what issues need to be resolved this legislative session before you feel it will be a successful session?
I think if we can come out with a budget that's fair, with the funds available, that'll be a good session. We also have reapportionment coming up, which means we've got everybody's lines, all the House members and Senate members' lines will be changed. We've got a new congressional district in this state, and we don't even know where it's going to be yet. It's going to be on the coast, it's going to be in the middle, or it's going to be in the upstate. All of that's got to be decided this session and next session. So if we can get that accomplished, I feel like we had a good session. Thank you.
Eric, many people think government employees are overpaid when you consider the compensation and benefits. What do you think about that?
I don't think so. I think that they're not overcompensated. They do have good benefits. Insurance is a big benefit for any government or state employee. Retirement's a good benefit. But if they were out in the private sector, they would probably be making a great deal more money than they are in the job that they're running at this present. I don't think they're overpaid. I think that it's fair. The benefits they get from retirement and insurance make up for the compensation they don't receive on the front end.
Thank you.
My name's Sean, and what is the top pro and the top con of the South Carolina immigration bill?
The top pro. I think when we passed the E-Verify legislation, and that was a couple of years ago, that was, I think the one we just passed was based similar to Arizona law. I think Arizona has a problem. They're on the border of Mexico. They've got people coming across their borders and dealing dope and all this stuff all the time. And we don't have that problem. I mean, it's coming into our state. Not only Mexicans are doing it. I mean, you've got all kind of people bringing dope into the state. So I don't think we have the same problem that Arizona has, or the border states have. And I think that the E-Verify law that we passed a couple of years ago was probably the best thing we could have done. That creates a situation where you can't hire people that are illegal. And I'm not real happy with the law that we just passed, with the immigration law, because I think it's put a burden on law enforcement to do something with the people that they happen to stop without a driver's license. They're going to have to take them to jail, and we don't know how long they'll be in jail. And it costs about, I don't know, $75 a day to keep someone in your county jail. If that person stays there, 10 days, you talk about $700. And then the state is supposed to bail them up and take them down to CCI, so it's a good place is. And you're talking about money there, and we're waiting on the federal government to come pick them up. Well, we might have them for years, and it's costing us money. In Utah, they just passed a law out there, their state did, that allowed, if you pick up an illegal in Utah, check their background. If they have anything in their background, any violent nature or whatever, then you lock them up. If they don't have any, even in their background, anything wrong, they get fined, I think it's $2,000, they go back to work. I'd rather people be working than out here on the streets. Because when people get hungry, they'll do anything. Whatever.
Hannah Jane, Brittany South.
Thank you. What are the top 2 pros and 2 cons of voter ID?
I think as time goes forward, I see no problem with the newer generation having a photo. Everybody's got a driver's license, or you can go to DMV. You know to go to the DMV and get a photo ID. But we have a lot of older people in this state, and a lot of these people don't know that you can go to the DMV and get it. Don't know it's required, but they're registered to vote. So when they go to vote this next time up, and they don't have a photo ID, they're going to be turned back. And it's hard enough to get people to vote anyway. I can tell you, I've run 6 times for this office, and just to get people, normal people, to get out and vote, it's a task. You spend all kind of money advertising, tell them what you've done, then if you get 50% out, you're elected. So, I think anything we put up to hinder voting, is bad. And, I don't have the answers to what we can do, but I think that's what I would consider a bad bill. But again, as I say, as we go forward, as you younger people come of age, and I don't know, I think it's 18 or 21.
Some of them will be 18, soon
Yeah.
18 to
Well,
vote.
you'll know to go get your photo ID, it won't be a problem. But our older citizens, it's gonna be a problem.
I have a question. At any time during the debates, many of the subcommittees, did the issue of whether or not the machines, the voting machines have been calibrated ever come up?
It did. There were suggestions, and I don't know, I mean, I really don't. They're saying that they could be, well, how would you say, mucky with, where they could throw an election. I don't know. Probably, anything's possible. But,
Because that would be separate of actually
Oh, yeah.
coming in, showing an ID.
Yeah.
The whole separate issue of
Yeah,
where
that's-
possibly there could be some fault in the system,
Sure.
could be with the machines and
Could
not
be
the
with the
people.
machine. And I've heard that mentioned. And, I'm not a computer guru because, I'm too old, but you guys are all, that's one of the less older than I am. But, I'm sure it'd be done. I don't know how that's, I guess in each county you would have your, election commission would be responsible for it. And if you had someone there who was so inclined that knew how to do it, I think it'd be fairly easy. Of course, you go to jail with that kind of stuff, if you get caught. And most people do get caught. Yes, sir.
Christian. Supporters of school choice say that parents in South Carolina want it. If that's the case, why do legislators want it? Why don't legislators want it?
I think if people want to homeschool their kids or send them to private school, that's their choice. And I know they pay taxes, but our Constitution says we've got to provide a public education for all of our students. And we have to fund it. Personally, I'm not gonna support any initiative to take money away from public schools. I think that, we've got too many things going on with the public system schools that have to be done that we need to fund. And I think right now the budget has got $25 million coming in from the House that would go towards charter schools and homeschools, which I'm not going to support that. And again, I have a lot of respect for people that want to homeschool their kids. I couldn't have done it. I don't have the patience for it, but I do respect them for doing it. And most of the kids that I've met are pretty nice kids. And I mean, the homeschool kids come down there, the charter school kids come down. And some of you folks probably come down there at certain times of your life. Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that more education decisions should be made at the local level?
Ask me that again, please.
Do you believe that more education decisions should be made at the local level?
I do. Yes, I believe the flexibility of the local. I think the local school board and school administrators should have a lot of input on what goes on at the local level. I mean, we gotta have a standard, but they go by these guidelines, but still, I think they should make the choices in the area. We're a diverse state. We've got different schools, different places.
And you probably have seen that firsthand from being on the school board.
Now,
More effective when you
worst
know
job I
your
ever had.
community.
Worst job I ever had.